would. Blessing, I waiting everybody wants swallow be that on this in this case. So, because I mean, in the presented document, certificate from the University, Chicago State University, they said the person where they bear Tinubu where actually came to their university, na girl, Bola, no be man. Later, they came out and they said, okay, Chicago University is okay. Tinubu came to their university. So this is the letter that Tinubu's lawyers presented in court to confirm that Tinubu, that Chicago State University confirmed Tinubu that he actually came to their university and graduated. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have come across this, this image was first published online during the desperate time when Tinubu's Lagos Abobakus, when they were trying to cover up all of this fakery, they went on a photo, I mean, what do they call them? A graphic design, and they designed this letter and they published it online. Newspapers in Nigeria published it, and this is exact letter that Tinubu's lawyers presented. But ladies and gentlemen, look at this certificate. This is also what Tinubu said his own certificate or so, right? But yeah, okay, hang on. Let me take this off. Thank you very much, E8, by the way, for your super chat. Right. Now, take a look at something here, ladies and gentlemen. They said that if you look at this very well, you will realize that Tinubu and gang, they decided to go and use the template that they copied on Pinterest, okay, to develop a certificate that they could only share online since INEC can cover up. They will say, go to court, go to court. Shebi INEC don't pass them already. INEC don't clear them already. So if it is original to INEC, then it is original. But it is fake, right? Now, this today, with the original, with the letter from the Chicago State University, that they don't know anybody called Tinubu, the witness and everything, all of them came together today, and they have handed everything over to their tribunal. Again, I'm not trying to tell you to be happy, say something will happen per se. Oh, I am just giving you updates in you. Sure you get. You need let me. I'm not raising your hope. Oh. All of us want to see what go happen. Abi? So he done this, he done that. The entire thing have been submitted. Same thing. I mean, I think I have a space where Atiku's lawyer has something to add. Watch this.
Vital witness, a digital forensic expert. And you remember that this is the very first time we are having a technology-driven presidential elections in Nigeria. So the evidence that this witness has profiled today, a witness who examined the beavers machines used, is very, very vital. So we are happy this witness has testified today. Tomorrow we'll bring our remaining witnesses and we'll close.
And I think Channels Television kind of covered it better, even better than me. No, it's not better than me. This one that they do their normal media, whatever, yeah? I will give you my own interpretation as well, right? Listen to this.
The Presidential Election Petition Court has admitted certified copies of academic and work records of President Bola Tinubu tendered by the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and its candidate, Atiku Abubakar. The documents include a BSc certificate from the Chicago State University, NYSC discharge certificate, and Mobile Nigeria Oil PLC certificate of service. The PDP had brought the documents through their subpoenaed witness, Mike Enahoro Eba, who is a private legal practitioner. He notes that the documents were purportedly obtained by Tinubu, but bore the name Bola Adekunle Tinubu. Led in evidence by the lead counsel to PDP, Chris Uche, the witness also tendered forms EC13 and EC9 nomination forms and the letters written to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, as attachments. Counsel to INEC, Abubakar Mahmoud, Tinubu, Emmanuel Ukala, and the APC, Lateef Fagbemi, all objected to the admissibility of the documents. The lead counsel to PDP applied to tender these documents, and all the respondents objected to the admissibility of the documents. The witness also tendered academic records from Chicago University, a copy of the subpoena served on the Chicago University, the original academic records and degree certificate, original admission letter, original transcript from Southwest College to the school Tinubu attended, given to Chicago University, with the gender referred to as female. He also tendered notarized judgment of USA for criminal forfeiture of assets of Tinubu and the cover note authorizing it. Also, an extract of Guinea passport and the certificate of compliance for Tinubu.
Here are detailed reports. They subpoena all those places to send them original results. When they couldn't send the original results, they have to send a backup letter. Most of them, you have never seen them in public, and you may not see them in public anytime soon. Even Tinubu and his team, they've never seen them before. And they objected that they shouldn't let them submit it. No, don't submit them. Oh. No, don't do that. Oh. In one of those findings, David Undenyi, wherever you are, as Allah, the talk say go better for you. So you see Allah son, he no go miss, so he go repeat the same thing where Allah talk. You see that one will be the Allah, trust me, he no go miss both as well. They go on do one midnight. They pray for you, Baba. Brother, they this whole thing on our laps. Like, it be like, just like we ordered McDonald's chicken and chips. Expensive, worthwhile, something where we say, indictment that can shake the entire Africa. They dropped it on the laps of us all over the world. But we never thought it was anything, Abi. A lot of you were debating. Now fakey, now original. Now they don't send them from Chicago State University. They have sent their destiny and said, the Tinubu that came to their school, now woman, female. We know the story behind it, so I just don't want to bore you with all of that. But this one is no longer printing this. No. You know what's called subpoena? Subpoena is that even if you don't want to testify, by law, you must testify. By law. I know Oyibo, they obey law. Oyibo, no, forget that. So it's the situation right now, but the difference between Atiku and Obi, make I tell you. As Obi, they hold Tinubu for neck. For neck. Is also holding Atiku for scrotum. What does that mean? It is only Peter Obi that is asking the court to clearly declare him the winner. Atiku is working to, number one, at least get Tinubu disqualified because of this 25% in FCT. That's what said PDP and the rest of them are really working on. A rerun. Declare Tinubu interim president. Remove him. And conduct another election that will just be between Obi and Atiku. Peter Obi is presenting evidence to prove that he did not just score the highest number of votes. Okay? He scored the highest number of legal votes that should make him the president. They should declare him. And that's what he wants to prove to them. The problem now is this. Both Atiku and then Obi, they have this strong collection of evidence. The final one that will actually kind of nail them is the fact that they thought if they deleted what was digitally saved, it will be over. Now, they have recovered almost all the deleted stuff called the results. They've recovered them. So they have to subpoena INEC staff, INEC chairman to come and testify on the questions they want to ask them. So the highlight of today was when they called this witness. And when the back and forth conversation was ongoing, so he got to a stage, and the Tinubu's lawyer was asking this witness that, are you a member of APC or PDP? He's a PDP witness, so, and he said, I am a member of obedient movement. Now, so the entire court was like, wow, you be obedient, and you are the Atiku's witness. So you are helping Atiku to destroy Tinubu too. He said, yes. He got another highlight of another funny segment when they are having that they got cross-examination. When Tinubu's lawyer was cross-examining or questioning Atiku's witness. All right. So it was like, you printed, this this Guinea. You printed the copy of this passport of Guinea of Tinubu online. And the guy said, yes. It was like, can you confirm that the passport is original? It was like, well, the president of Guinea, Guinea Conakry, no, Conakry. Guinea Conakry. Anyway, so the president of Guinea has confirmed that Tinubu is a citizen of their country. And it was like, but the passport you have here expired since 2020. And the witness was like, passport can expire. Citizenship doesn't expire. If your passport expire right now, they shake. So people start, the witness was like, come on, man. If passport expire now, there's no they get a replacement in it. So if passport expire, does that mean that the citizenship has expired? Baba, use your sense now. I saw the entire court started laughing. And the guy said, you are the people harassing Tinubu with all this academic qualification, with all of this drug this, drug that. You are one of those harassing him, but he has never been convicted. Can you confirm that? Blah, blah. The guy was trying to that's what lawyers, that's what they do, Abi. But Tinubu is a Guinean. And today, the tribunal has admitted that there is even more trouble on the side too. You see that eye neck of Mahmoud. If you see him, you are supposed to carry out what is called citizen arrest. You know what they call citizen arrest? Citizen arrest is that if you see Mahmoud anywhere, you go gather arrest him. Like says you won't catch somebody we steal goats. You know, so when you catch him, you go catch him like say you won't catch goats. Because you know, say goats could be like, so when you catch him, you go catch the goats. Now, so you're supposed to catch Mahmoud and everybody around him with what they did. In Lagos State, according to your law in Nigeria, okay, you can be a dual citizen. Or there's nothing wrong in you being an American and Nigerian, British and Nigerian. Biafran and Nigerian. Sorry, I don't mean to insult you. But you know what I mean? Like when Biafra become a country and you have those who are also married there to Nigerians, around that time, if Nigeria still exists, they will have dual citizenship. Same thing with the Yoruba nation as well. You are allowed to, but there's something you are not allowed to do when you have dual citizenship like that. Okay? If you are born as a Nigerian, then born you in Nigeria. You can't go to another country. Maybe after some time, or either by marriage, either by a job opportunity, either by whatever it is, so they can't give you another citizenship. That means you willingly acquire that citizenship. You are allowed to have dual citizenship. But their law says, once you do, you cannot run for political office in Nigeria, which is a lie. They have the law, that's what their law says, but that's not what they are doing, trust me. Bukola Saraki is British. Ibikunle Amosun is British. Bokwari, well, okay, maybe he didn't take it, but Bokwari's family, they are mainly British. Tifnumbu's children, most of them are British as well. Okay, they didn't contest that. Okay, fine. And you shall get what I mean, Sha. Majority of them have Adekunle Jackson, Ade Dancer of Oshun is American, is Nigerian, Abi. So all these things, they are like, you can, whatever, yeah? But I don't think any of them, okay, Nigeria is so lawless, so I don't think any of them put it there like the deputy governor of Lagos State. So, they are also in court in Lagos over the stealing of election in Lagos, governorship election. Right. Now, the deputy governor, Hamzat Tafso, he is American, a US citizen. He is currently on his second term with Sanwo-Olu, and he filled his own INEC form and he said he is a US citizen. INEC just said, oh, my friend, don't disturb yourself, Jerry. Oh, your form. But by law, he has already forfeited Sanwo-Olu's ticket. By law alone. So you may wake up tomorrow and they may say, the tribunal say, Tifnumbu, but somebody says it's not going to happen. Why not? It's the law. The law says you can't. No, I'm not banking on it. So please save me all of that. Why the rest of you were looking for where was Kolu? Or is this what it's going to be like when they go to G20 or G this or that? Kind of. Is this how Kolu is going to worsen? And they go be like, say, who be this person? Who be this one? Like saying a Nigeria president be that one, or who be this? Now, this image is not real. It's fake. So please, don't lose your mind on it. But you see, when you have the criminal like this in charge of Nigeria, the lowest of the low is where Nigeria belongs, unfortunately. If you swerve to Enugu, look at this guy, a PDP guy. Here is another story about Nigeria, okay? And the criminals who have taken over the reign of government for years. I don't know how you're going to say it. Look at this guy. He's the current governor of Enugu, okay? His name is something Mba. Now, this guy is a lawyer by profession. He is a politician who has taken up political positions in Enugu State since this democracy or so. Now, he has a problem. His own academic documents, there were so many forgeries. Now, because his own opposition felt like, number one, he shouldn't even be running for office in the first place. If you are going to be committing perjury that can end you in jail, why do you have to bother? But this guy went anyway. Now, he went on to go and forge the NYSC certificate, National Youth Service Corps. National Youth Service Corps is this service you go to in Nigeria once you leave the university, right? You will go and serve Nigeria for a year. Now, you can pick up a different profession. You can pick up a different jobs where you are just going to be like working as a public worker, kind of like schools, supporting the CDA. You know what I mean? Like, so it's a way of, they say it's a way of doing cross-cultural to build diversity in Nigeria. It never worked though. Sure, you get it. It never worked. It never bring any diversity. It never brought any unity. So forget that. But that's the purpose. But it was like mandatory. You must go. And to run for a political office, yeah, you must show that you actually served. Now, if you served, you must show proof, right? Then if you didn't, you must also show reason why you didn't. What happened? You have to say. So some of them prefer to go and use primary school certificates or secondary school certificates. Somebody will be running for governor. They will tell you he's a professor, he's a PhD, he's a doctor, he's a this and that. When you go to the INEC office, you take a look at the forms they submitted. They submitted lower qualification so that they won't be asked to present this certificate of serving Nigeria by force. But that guy didn't. So he forged it. So his story is now that after forging it, the body that always issued that certificate, the NYSC body, they now wrote a letter to the court and said, no be us given that paper. We did not. He never served. There is no record of him. That certificate he presented is a criminal certificate, and he will be committing a crime if he should stand by that fake certificate of passing out certificate, NYSC. Like Iludi now, why? Why do you have to go through all of that when you know that your purpose is actually to come and steal? Why do you have to? Well, it's because they don't care. You know what he did, This guy, he took the NYSC, he took them to court. That NYSC, they must collect that form, that certificate, and say they gave it to him. But we didn't give it to you. No, I want the court to, please tell them that they must say they give it to me. Now, he's in court, asking court to tell them that they gave a fake certificate to him. Remember, he's in tribunal too. And part of what they are accusing him of is that not just that he rigged the election. In fact, he forged so many documents to be able to run for that office. He shouldn't even be running for it. You know what? Now, to prove to the court, you will need to go and bring SC, and say, come, we want you to come and be a witness in this tribunal case. That this guy, document he presented is fake, and you didn't give it to him. They say, no, we didn't give it to him. We have already released a statement. This body released a statement. They said, we did not issue this certificate. So that is why he sued them. Now, that the tribunal is now inviting the NYSC to come around and testify that they didn't give him the document. This guy went to court again. The court must stop the NYSC from going to court and testify that they did not give him his certificate. I have never seen anything like that before. You be thief. You thief something. People where you want take use do alibi. They say they don't know you. No, we didn't do this. This guy is now suing them to say the court must stop them from going to court and say they didn't give him. That is Nigeria for you, ladies and gentlemen. It gets even ridiculous, even more. Yeah? So, going forward, the people of Lugbe in Abuja, I don't know the amount of rain that poured. They say in Nigeria, when it rains, it pours. You know what that simply means? Like, when something happens, it doesn't just affect few people. It affects massive number of people that it's like the entire country will scream. Yeah? But this one is rain and pouring. Okay? Raining and pouring, like, you know what I mean? Like real rain, not literally. In Abuja. Sorry, guys.
Sir, have you seen? See that security man on the evacuated police station? Did you see those vehicles? They have people inside. Just check it out. Look at that man on top of the gas station. Did you see him? In fact, that road is completely blocked. I just came through this estate to snap and film this place. Look at it. Complete coastal bus. About 3 lines of this estate, the houses must just go. See, look at. Huh? Hiya. 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 Even the bridge have been submerged. Allahu Akbar.
I know. It's depressing, isn't it? Yeah. I actually just wanted to leave that for a while, and then I just kind of let you savor that. I know. So they sent their National Emergency Management Agency. I think that's what you call NEMA, Abby? NEMA, National Emergency Management Agency. Okay. So they send them there to assess the situation and help the victims. All right? But listen to a NEMA official, by the way.
Not time for that. If you know you are living in a house that is built on a waterway or on a flood-prone area, if that place is marshy, if it is vulnerable to flooding, kindly move to a safer place, if for nothing, to save lives. Properties can go. The word of God says that when you are alive, there's hope. You'll be able to get another property. And so, please, the message today is this. We have all seen what has happened. The waters submerged the whole of these vehicles. And you can see the inundation on that wall, the level of the water. We were made to understand that if we stand here, the water covered the whole of us. Don't undermine, don't underrate the power of water. Even if it is not up to this level, it can wash people away. It can wash a house away. It can wash vehicles away. So we are pleading. We do not want to have any kind of any loss of life or properties. But most of all, we don't want to have loss of life this year. Thank you very much.
All right. You've heard from the emergency respondent as well as also the residents themselves who are victims of this incident today. Earlier, I spoke with one of the supposed missing person, but who literally appeared, and he also shared with us his experience. But for now, he will not be on for this interview. But from all we've gathered, they just.
Nigeria is so corrupt, which I regret the day I was born in this country. It's unfair. This is unfair now. This is unfair. Nigeria is so.
When government official is telling you that, even the word of God in the word of God said, if there is life, there is hope, and all of that. They say, oh, you just move. You know, people know they are going to be on their own, but the best advice is to move away from danger. When you see flood, right, like flooding like that, don't always try to be a hero. Okay, if you are lucky, if this happened during the day, the first thing you must do is to get yourself to safety. Forget about those electronics. Forget about the house. Get out of there as soon as possible. I know it's not easy to say, oh, you see where me and they live, eh? If I hear bar anywhere here, I will do my best to evacuate my family from this house and everything inside here. They can go to hell if they have to. Sure, you understand? So it's the best advice in the situation of emergency. Go to safe upper area where the flood won't kind of reach you. At some point, it will submerge. When it's submerged, submerge is to over. Well, it will shall like kind of go away at some point. You know that. Anyway, then you wait. If the government is coming to give support, or a charity go come they give you bread, come they give you blanket, or if that is going the next flooding, or if this one is going to be your own journey into poverty, when you have bad governance, no planning, no real nothing, fire brigade approach, and then the expectation from God, Baba God will do something. So you see this issue of people not being cared for, ladies and gentlemen, the killings in the last 4 weeks, the killings in the Plateau State has been very, very, very sad and overwhelming. Seriously, grievous. Imagine you reading, like I'm saying it to you right now, that over 240 people have been killed in Plateau State alone in the last 4 weeks. How does that sound to you? Unreal. Not possible. Okay. I know the level, the situation in Nigeria, which has made so many people to become indifferent. Especially when you talk about this act of terrorism and all of that. There's so much that people are dealing with these days. That is more or less like people are just waiting to die before they will believe that people are dying or being killed in Nigeria. You know that thing? Where you feel like, well, they say they are killing people. At least Shebimi are still there alive. Like they have to die to believe. Imagine you having to die to believe that. That's not good, right? It's not good. That is what they have done to Nigerians. They have done to a lot of people. Indifferent. If at least me, I'm still alive. I am not dead yet. So who are the people dying? These are the families of those who are dying that you probably don't even know. Or you think that their own tongue came.
Insecurity has continued to thrive on the plateau without lasting solutions. Sadly, it has led to loss of lives, properties, and made thousands displaced. This perhaps is the reason for this call on the government by the Global Society for Middle Belt Heritage to act by ending the killings and bringing perpetrators to book.
276 people were killed. Bodies were buried, including the recent attack. 30,000 IDPs were scattered in Mangu Rion, Mangu Hali, Yilpo, Sabongari, Fan in Barkin Ladi, Maikatako in Bokos, Marish in Bokos, Bukuru in Jos South, and a lot in Jos North local government areas of Plateau State.
According to the group, over 39 villages were recently attacked simultaneously, allegedly by Heathers in Mango Council area, which left 267 persons dead, with a call on government to come to the aid of the over 30,000 persons who were displaced from their ancestral lands.
The federal government should see to the welfare and security of over 30,000 displaced persons scattered across the state. We are all calling on the Plateau State Traditional Council to find a lasting solution to these attacks.
The Middlebelt group also frown at how the crisis has affected the education of children in the affected areas and also call for the prosecution of those arrested with firearms during the attacks.
Buhari Seidu and others arrested with firearms should be prosecuted with immediate effect. SEMA and NEMA should come to the aid of those displaced immediately.
They call on the State Emergency Management Agency, SEMA, and the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, to come to the aid of displaced persons immediately with relief interventions to alleviate their present predicaments. Damasani, Dan Kwada, AIT News, Jos.
Thank you. That's AIT News reports. You see that sometimes I am actually very generous with the numbers I kind of, call out on this program. When I call some numbers, some of you will sit down there and be like, is that possible? How is that possible? Wow. Is that real? I mean, did they actually kill that much people? Or is it that bad? Or this guy is just exaggerating it to make it look so bad? I'm actually being generous. In most cases. Because when I see the number, in most cases, I see the victims who are there. And when I see the victims, right, I see the family of the victims. And there are those that they have done so well, especially under Bokwari, to suppress them from the rest of the world seeing them. I have seen a lot. And these are human beings, loved ones, people you love, people you care for. You cared for them yesterday, they are dead today because some wackos, some psychos, could just walk everywhere and commit this murder. And the moment they come out to say they have repented, that's it. You give them money. And they are victims. You see, when all these killings goes on, when you read about them, I don't think, maybe you should begin to read beyond just killing people that you hear about or leading people to IDP camp. Internally displaced persons. IDP is a fancy word for refugees. Nigerians are refugees in their own country. Nigeria is not at war, they say. But you have millions of Nigerians who are refugees in their country. Trillions of their money, borrowed or taxed, are being funneled into the fight against terrorists that continue to wax stronger and stronger. And these refugee camps continue to grow. When these destructions are taking place, schools are disrupted, hospitals are social system are completely disrupted. The lives of people are completely disrupted. But what you read in the news is that they killed 40 people, they killed 30 people, or they've taken over this community. You don't actually know the life-changing effect what this act of terrorism and corruption and bad leadership they have done or are doing to the lives of millions of people. Asylum in Nigeria, I won't joke to you. I mean, I won't joke. I'm not joking. And that's why when I saw this mad woman on TV, kind of justifying having terrible leadership, a sick man, and she was saying, Obi and Atiku should withdraw. I mean, listen to her. If you want to get angry, I think this is a perfect video for you to get angry. I mean, listen, just the mindset alone. I want you to listen to the mindset. Oh man, you cannot help Nigeria. I'm sorry. Like, there's no harm in trying, But before we go further, right? We are currently over 3,500 of us on YouTube. And we were at once over 600 of us on Facebook. Do you know that, like we do say all the time, if you like this broadcast, what you are doing is that you are marking what is called engagement. You are engaging with it, not just commenting. Now, engaging with it will help the YouTube to recommend it to others. So if you enjoy it, if you enjoy sitting down there, listening and watching Mayegun, and all you have to do is just like it for others to see and come across it as well, why won't you do it? Like, Corona don't finish. I just don't know why people kind of always practice social distancing with their phone. They are so comfortable. A lot of you are so comfortable with your, what do you call it? 1 second.
That Mr. President's policies in the...
What shall I say unto the Lord?
Yes, Lord.
All I have to say,
Thank you, Lord.
What
shall I say? Thank you,
We have no blinker of electricity. They spend more than $60 billion. They forget that transmission line is a super highway for generated electricity and power. They could not even make a down payment for a roasted corn for that electricity.
So thank you. Going forward, like I said, if you are willing to if you want to let us steam when you listen to somebody saying something and struggling to convince ourselves that as messy as Nigeria has become in the last 4 weeks as well, right? Kolu is your way and your only way. Okay, we'll go get angry small, or maybe don't get angry. Just listen. Tell me what you think. Where's she?
By the way, if you listen to me, my appeal was a compassionate one. Mm-hmm. I've not forced anybody. The group has not said, this guy.
Sorry again, so you know. She is the leader of all of the civil society organizations in Nigeria. Civil society organizations. These are the organizations that normally protest against government or bad happenings in the country, like a rigged election, bad government policies. So this woman is the head of those who do that. So they will be, instead of them protesting against bad governance, now they go fight. By the way,
if you listen to me, my appeal was a compassionate one. Mm-hmm. I've not forced anybody. The group has not said these guys must go and withdraw their cases from the court. But we are saying, in national interests, for the sake of the Nigerian entity, to save time, to save ourselves from these unnecessary distractions, because what we want is not the name of any individual. What we want is development in Nigeria. We want to see schools being built practically. We want to see children in school, not obstructed. We want to see houses, mass housing schemes everywhere. We want to see construction of road practically. We want to see policies. We want to see policies that are achievable and sustainable and that will improve on the life of the ordinary man. This is what we are saying here. And if I may say, Peter Obi, during his campaigns, I listened to quite a number of his campaigns and, of course, his manifesto. Mm-hmm. Everything Asiwaju is doing now, thus far, you have just ascertained that Asiwaju is not doing badly. And I know he's not going to do badly.
You know there's something called stolen mandate. As far as Peter Obi, Atiku are concerned right now, this is a stolen mandate. And you can really not you can't build anything something on nothing as far as they're concerned. And can you even imagine the possibility that I mean, just imagine a situation, a scenario where, you know, if the court decided indeed that this truly is a stolen mandate and a Peter Obi or Atiku is handed power, only for you to discover that what you thought was the best that we could get could actually be bettered. How about that? Is that a possibility?
Let me just take it from the stolen mandate perspective.
Right.
Atiku is laying claims to this mandate. Obi is laying claim to the same mandate. His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been sworn in as the president of Nigeria, as the authentic and popular president of Nigeria. I'm sure that 3 persons cannot win the presidential election at the same time. So 1 person must have won. And it is also very possible, too, that those who are laying claims to the mandates are not the rightful winners. Obi cannot win the same, election that he's laying claim to. Atiku also cannot win the same election. Both of them cannot win the election.
Don't you think that is what the court will give closure to? When the court finally decides and says, look, all 3 gentlemen, this was the winner, or this is the rightful winner.
It's not for us to decide. It's not for us to decide. It's not for you to decide. It's not for any Nigerians to decide. It's for the courts to decide.
Don't get me wrong.
Who won the election.
Listen, don't get me wrong.
No, because
you
know why we need to interrogate this.
Okay, go ahead.
One of the points you raised in your intervention is that, look, if Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar are sure that their intentions are really in the public interest, in the national interest, then they should step down. It's almost like a blackmail, really. That's what it seems like.
Blackmail.
It would seem to them.
It's not a blackmail. You can look at it from the perspective you want to look at it from.
Right.
And what I also mean as a Nigerian, as an adult, could also be different. In this case, what I meant and still mean and will continue to mean is that, look, right now as it were, we are starting very well. This should be the interest of every well-meaning Nigerian. How well is the government doing?
Okay,
what are the prospects?
It is smoke Igbo. It is take Indian.
Do you see how confused she is? On the one hand, she's not asking them to withdraw their court case. Okay? But on the other hand, she's asking them to withdraw it for the sake of national unity. Is it not the same thing they want to do that Tinubu is doing right now? Obedient. Is it true that what Obi is coming to do is what Tinubu is doing? She's talking, that's what she said. Articulators. Is it true that what Tinubu is doing right now is exactly what Atiku was coming to do? So, she's saying, I'm not asking them to withdraw their case. I'm just saying that for the sake of national unity, they should withdraw their case. Is that not why they are in court? That's why they are in court. Okay? If you care about national unity, you would have allowed your charade election, the popular candidate, to win election normally. Almost see the mess now. So what people are now saying is that, everybody can see all of the evidence. People have been following the court case like, say, that they'll follow their own Bet Naija tickets. So every detail they are following. And as it is right now, nobody is withdrawing any case. May I tell you the problem? Now, Tinubu and his people, they want to say the judiciary is being threatened, blackmailed, or bullied. That any effort to remove him, that he didn't win the election, can cause problem in Nigeria. Do you know that? That they are going to start that soon. That for us to avoid problems, he's there already, let him just continue and finish. But it be like, say, these people, I was saying something to you earlier about Atiku and Obi.
Across every sector you can think of, the great federal republics of the United States and Nigeria have long been working together to improve the lives of both of our peoples. And we look forward to partnering with President Tinubu's administration to ensure that the Nigerian people's vision for their country is realized by strengthening Nigerian institutions and helping, in the words of the Nigerian national anthem, build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Across every sector you can think of, the great federal republics of the United States and Nigeria have long been working together to improve the lives of both.
The audio is gonna be. Sorry about that. Let me check one thing again and see if that's back here. Don't worry, it's back. I'm getting it back. It should be back right now. Very, 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 very sorry. What time is that? 1:35, 1:36. I'll remember that. All right. Sorry. I froze. That's what happened. I froze. And I was actually sharing with you Tinubu meeting with Nigerians in Paris. I said that's what he went there to do anyway. Go there, take pictures. Any reasonable president they can see him with, they will take his picture with them and put it on social media, put it on the papers in Nigeria and say, Tinubu said